Here's a quick recap from recent episodes. I traveled from California to Spain to meet two new friends on their sailboat.
Hola, I'm Antoinette. This is Anton.
They invited me to go sailing with them for a week on their new catamaran, a Nautitech 40 Open. We've now sailed from mainland Spain to Ibiza, and that's where we start this episode. This morning we're heading to the northernmost part of Ibiza so we can prepare to cross over tonight to the larger island of Mallorca. Okay, so I'll just give you our plan of action. We were down at Cala Tarida earlier today, and that's where we were anchored the last couple of nights. But we wanted to go to the northern part of Ibiza to prepare for our crossing over to Mallorca. So we've decided to come up to this larger bay at the northern part of Ibiza. Name is Punta de Mares, and we are currently anchored right next to Cala Ixla. But we came up from Cala Tarida, came up to this location, and our plan is to cross over to Mallorca. So we kind of did a little meeting this morning about the weather, what we could expect, looking at our windy app and everything. Looks like the wind is pretty much going to die down all night. Calls for kind of dead wind right there. Low waves, low swell. So it shouldn't be too bad of a trip, but motoring the whole time. It's like a 10 or 12 hour trip. So obviously if we left midday, we would be getting there in the middle of the night. So our real choice that we discussed was that we wanted to arrive first thing in the morning so we could see, an anchorage at daylight. So we're waiting until like 8 p.m. to leave this little cove, and then we're gonna head to Mallorca. So we'll probably get there like at 6 a.m., but we'll kind of hover around until the light comes up, the sun comes up, and then we can find an anchorage. I'll show you that on the map as well. So that's the plan of action for this evening. So it's a little after midnight. We were able to actually sail for about 2 hours from about 10 to midnight. We had 10 to 12 knots of wind and we were sailing along pretty good. But then it died down at like 4 knots of wind and it really wasn't worth it. So we took down the sails for the evening, for the night shift. And now we're taking a 3-hour night shift. So I have the final shift in the morning. 5 to 8 is my shift. So right now after midnight, I'm gonna probably try to sleep for 3 or 4 hours if I can. So that's what I'm gonna do, get some sleep. I'll check in with you guys on my night shift at 5 a.m. All right, just getting up. Had about an hour of sleep. So I'm gonna go do my watch. I think we're actually getting quite close to the location already. Let's see what's going on up on the deck. Okay, how's it going?
It's going all right. You slept well?
Pretty well. Get a little bit of rest.
Okay.
What's the status up here?
Well, we're not far off, about 70 nautical miles. There's lots of traffic about. 3 passenger ships passed us quite closely. And then there's another vessel approaching quite fast to our port side, and it's not on the AIS, so I'm just keeping an eye on that. And that's about it. It's a beautiful evening.
Very cool.
And a sequel moon.
Oh wow.
Lots of stars.
Super calm on the water. It's like completely gotten flat.
It's like a pond. Almost like a pond.
So let's see what we got there. So there's our placement. There's the land. So I've now taken over on the watch. I think Palma is like number 11 or 12 on the largest cities of Spain. so you get a lot of lights coming off. You can't really see it in the camera. Anton was thinking the island was a little closer than it was just based on the lights, but when you look at the actual chart, we're still over 10 miles away, so our normal cruising speed is like 5 to 6 knots. So I've now got it hovering at 4.5 knots speed. That way when the sun comes up around 7 a.m. we'll be still a couple of miles off the coast, and we'll be able to see our way to navigate into the harbor. So that's the plan of action. Just looking out, you know, nice, super calm water. We have AIS and also radar on the chart system. So my job on watch is to essentially scan the chart, look for any boats on the AIS, check the radar. Also obviously looking at the path on the chart to make sure there's no obstructions or rocks or anything ahead. It looks pretty clear until you get all the way into the harbor, so we've got some time here. And I'm just scanning the horizon also for any boats that might not be on the AIS, any local, you know, small boats or something. So that's pretty much my job on watch. There's a non-AIS vessel right there you can see on the radar. So that's a non-AIS vessel you can see on the radar, and then I can see it right in front of me. Tell you what though, I'm dead tired. Can't wait to take a nap when we get to the anchorage. It's beautiful though. Nice. We're just talking about Antoinette's burn by the jellyfish. It's what, 3 days now? There were thousands of jellyfish, and unfortunately Antoinette got stung again badly. You mind if I show?
Yeah.
How it's like literally the imprint. Literally, hold on, let me get the... Oh wow, yeah. And we've never seen such a... It's a full imprint of the entire jellyfish, almost like it's a tattoo or like one of those branding iron tattoos. I'll show you. So how does it feel?
A lot better. It's just irritated. I think the cortisone cream that I actually applied didn't do it any good. So.
That's crazy. What do you think?
No, I think it's crazy. It's the first time I've seen something like that, where you can actually see the whole outprint.
That's crazy.
Swimmers beware.
Ouch. So I told you I'd show you where we are on the map, and we came into this little bay here, right near the town of Peguera. We've just arrived at Peguera, with the dinghy. We're gonna have some lunch and check out the town. You know, it's definitely kind of a tourist thing on the main street with all the little souvenir shops, but it also is kind of quaint and nice. Apparently it's known for a lot of German tourism here, so it's interesting kind of catering to that. But typical kind of shops and all that good stuff, but it's a nice little stroll down the main street. Yeah, just took a crazy nap for like 3 hours. I don't even know where I'm at. Whoa. So luckily I just caught the last little glimpse of the sun going down. So this is the town of Peguera. Really quaint little town. It's not even that little. It's a good sized town. A lot of tourism on that front street, but once you walk a couple of streets back and over and everything, away from the main promenade, if you will, really beautiful. All these like nice trees, buildings. So it's I like it a lot. Look at this place. Crazy. And this thing, the rock house up on a huge rock. It's amazing. I can hear like a flute playing up on the shore. Must be at a restaurant or something, and just hear nice sounds, you know, like people laughing, flute playing. Super calm on the water at this anchorage. And scene. Tune in next time for what will be the final episode from this trip, as we explore a lot more of the island of Mallorca and we experience a near miss about 40 feet from our boat when two fancy yachts collide and get tangled up at our anchorage. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.